Okay. Now I
Are we
think we're
live
live.
now?
Gonna go double check to make sure.
Hi, All Texas Shop Hop. So we're trying a new streaming platform tonight so that we can go to YouTube and our Facebook group. And so we're just kind of working out the kinks and figuring it out. So if you're on with us, if you could just
Pop a note in there.
Yep, pop a note so we know that you can hear us and see us, and we can hear or see you. That would be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, Wendy,
wait until we have.
I was saying earlier that I feel like I'm drab today because I'm in gray, even though you guys probably can't see it. There are sparkles on my shirt, but you can't see it in this light. But Wendy just blends in and she matches the fabric tonight. But she was complaining because she thinks that like she's slumming it because she has a ball cap on. This isn't normally how you come to work.
No, but today I had to crawl under a grand piano to hold a quilt. So when we're doing photo shoots,
so tiring. Oh my gosh. It is exhausting. Like I thought I worked out. I should have had one of those. I have my old-fashioned watch doesn't tell me how many calories I burn, but I bet we burn like 3,000 in 2 hours, don't you think?
Yeah, because part of it was that studio was hot.
And these quilts are heavy and we have to fold them and move them and bend over and okay. So we're live, right, Maddie? Do we have, if you guys are on and you can see us, type in a comment so we can make sure that we're seeing you.
I think we're live and we've got 4 people on with us right now watching. And
perfect.
Wait a few minutes for a few.
So far, the test is working that we're on, but we need a couple of comments so that we know if the comments are working. I don't know, with the new streaming platform, it will work. So, oh, yes, we got it. Sometimes when we did
Thank you, Cindy.
Awesome. Sometimes when we did Facebook Direct, like randomly, some nights we could see the comments and some nights we couldn't. So, okay, good. We are...
We're here.
We're good to go, Maddie.
And Marianne and Robin. Glad to have you.
So we always like to say that today is, I don't even know.
February 4th.
Tuesday, February 4th. It is about 5:30 Central Standard Time. So if you're joining us and you are a little bit behind, just know that. And if you're joining us as a recording, you unfortunately can't reply and comment to win the prizes that we're going to give away tonight. So next week, you want to make sure you join us live because we're going to give out some prizes, including the All Texas Shop Hop magazine. It is in stores. You can pick it up. You can take it home. If you have pre-ordered it, it is in the store now, so they can ship it to you, or you can go pick it up and touch it and feel it and smell it. Somebody's gonna turn us in for like thinking we sniff glue or something. We don't really, but does anybody else just like the smell of new paper? You guys all laugh at me in the office because it doesn't matter what comes in.
Oh my gosh, something came in last week and I'm like, surely she's not going to smell this. And she's like,
I don't know why I got a smell issue, but I can also walk into my house and I'm the only person who lives there. Like one step in the door, I can tell that the garbage at the opposite end of the house needs to be taken out. My husband can live there for a week with some rotting animal. Anyway, I digress. Okay, Maddie, do you want to get us back on track with?
I do. So welcome everybody tonight to our Talk Tuesday Live. As Colleen mentioned, we will be hosting these for the next 3 weeks, not including tonight, leading up to the hop. It will be a good time to review everything you need to know about the hop. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. Tonight, we're going to play a fun scavenger hunt. You guys are going to help Colleen and Wendy find some things in the magazine. We're going to talk about how Shop Hopping got started. We're going to talk about some sponsors, and we're going to talk about some patterns. So lots of information tonight. If you guys have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. We have some helpers monitoring those, but we're taking a look as well. And let's see, I'm just looking to see if we have any questions before we get started. Rebecca also smelled her Shop Hop magazine when she got it. So you're not alone.
We're in the smell club. So, you're missing our visual effects here. You're not even like
I wish that I could. Here, let's see if I can make you big and me small, and everyone can see you do that. There you go.
Oh, we kind of like that. We are way more colorful here than your
especially
white wall.
with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in full disclosure, everybody, we made Maddie put that white wall up because
the bookshelf and the basketball hoop were just not working.
We should tell everybody, Maddie, where you are.
Well,
and who you are.
Yeah, so my name is Maddie. I am new to the Shop Hop Inc. team, but I'm really excited to be here. Apparently, I'm in here twice because there's two Maddies, but that is Colleen and Wendy on the other end of the video. I oversee our marketing and our Facebook and some other things. And Colleen and Wendy do all of the other important things that are essential to the hop. Do you guys want to tell them a little bit about what you do?
Technically, you're new, but you're not. It's not like brand spanking new. I mean, it's been over 6 months now. And you do have some background with Shop Hop Inc. because
stuffing envelopes and all that.
Exactly. You've been around the block because why?
Well, because I get the pleasure of working with my mom every day, and I love it.
From Phoenix.
And it's a family affair at the Herlocker household.
It is. Well, okay, again, I digress. Like, I've owned a couple of businesses, and the kids, like many of our store owners, they have family members. This is an industry where that is a common thing. And our kids have always been involved, whether it's stuffing envelopes or vacuuming or whatever. So start them young. Okay, I am Colleen, and I don't want to say I started it because it started with the All Iowa Shop Hop 14 years ago, but I took over the All Iowa Shop Hop with the intention of like expanding into other states across the country, because the people who had been running the All Iowa Shop Hop kept getting phone calls from stores in other states and other parts of the company or country who said, we want to do a Shop Hop like that. We want to have the magazine in our state. Sorry, I got stuff in my eyes. So I had been retired, and the store owner who was running the All Iowa Shop Hop at the time just kept whispering in my ear, I don't own a store. I never have. I'm a quilter. So are most of the people on our staff, or they're getting started. And we all love quilting. And I just got really excited about it. I have a lot of marketing background, and it's a great program. It's a unique marketing program where stores like quilting stores can work together to promote each other. And I just got really excited about it. It's a way to help keep the brick and mortar stores around as long as possible. You all know everything is going away, brick and mortar. And I just think it's so important to keep these guys live so you can go in and touch and feel the fabric in person. You can match it up. You get inspiration. And so that's what that's what got me involved. And over the past 5 years, we have continued to grow. We've grown to the events and states that we're doing and the staff. Mm-hmm. So Wendy was number 1 employee, right? Mm-hmm. We've worked together in another business, and I called her and said, do you want to come?
Are you ready to? Yeah.
Ready for a new job? Now, what do you do, Wendy? Can you sum it up in 6 paragraphs or less?
We just call it all the things.
Yes, we do call it all the things.
A little of this, a little of that, a little of this. And as and other duties as
Assigned. Right.
Yes.
And we have like now, I think, oh gosh, I don't even know on a typical day. Typically we have 7 to 8 people who are pretty full-time, but then we have another 6 to 7 people who help with different things, sometimes part-time. Like we have a magazine designer who does this beautiful work. We have a pattern editor. So we have a little army of people. Most of us live in Iowa. Maddie's in Phoenix for a short time because she's going to move back.
I am.
And we have a new magazine editor who lives in Minnesota. So we're branching out everywhere. So that's a little background about Shop Hop Inc.
Okay, I think that is a perfect segue to talking about what we're going to do today with our magazine quiz. So,
Okay.
For those of you hoppers that already have the magazine, grab your magazine. We're going to have a fun little quiz tonight. We're going to talk about everything important in the magazine that you can find. Colleen and Wendy mentioned just a little bit ago about finding the magazine at a participating store. If you need help finding one of those, go ahead and head over to our website. You will find our complete list of participating stores. The way this evening will work is I'm going to be quizzing Colleen and Wendy about some things that are in the Facebook group, or that are in the magazine, not the Facebook group. So you guys can help them by commenting the answers, and if they can't get the answers and they're stumped, they will come to you in the comments. We will be setting a random timer, and when that timer goes off, whoever commented last is going to win a prize. And we have some fun prizes tonight. We're going to give away some magazines, maybe a Yazzie bag. We'll see how the night pans out, but make sure that you're commenting and you're sharing so that all of your friends can join us.
So what do Wendy and I win?
You can both have 2 points per question that you get right, but you have to keep track of your own points, and they can't be redeemed for anything.
Next week, we're going to get a whiteboard. What do you mean it can't be redeemed for anything?
Yeah, you can come out. You can be redeemed for a visit to come out to Phoenix.
Or Texas. Maybe we can go to Texas and visit some quilt stores where we're not delivering magazines and we can actually shop.
Ooh. Okay, you guys save up your points.
Okay.
You have to keep track of them.
Okay.
So our first quiz is.
Now, wait a minute. Have you set a timer for our first prize?
Yes.
Okay.
I have. So, I would like to know who the fabric sponsor is.
Well, Maddie, if you look on the cover of our magazine, it is right there. Is that backwards? Tell me if that's backwards out there on the internet. Is it? Is it, Jeff? Yeah. It's pretty much backwards. We got to figure that out. But anyway, our event sponsor is Jaftex. And Jaftex it's kind of like an umbrella company. They have several fabric companies that you're probably more familiar with.
Henry Glass,
Studio E,
Free Spirit,
blank. I think, and there are some more.
Yeah.
But those are the sponsors. Oh. What?
Timer is going off.
Oh, okay. Who is the winner?
I saw Cindy Ball. She is.
Okay, perfect. Ooh,
Cutie
Berries. Awesome. Okay, so Cindy we are going to ship you a magazine, Cindy. So if you haven't got your magazine yet, this is going to be a huge bonus for you. But if you have, maybe you'll share it with a friend, a relative. Yeah, a quiltsy, somebody like that. So, so congratulations.
Yeah, for the winners, I just put Wendy's email on the screen. So make sure that you send her your address and she will get your things shipped out to her. It's that way. For that.
That's kind of fun. Beep, beep, beep.
Okay.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Well, you guys were talking about Jaftex.
Wait a minute. So Jaftex is our event sponsor.
But she was talking about the fabric sponsor.
What's a fabric sponsor, Wendy?
The company that designs the fabrics for the event.
Fabric. Maddie, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you can.
Where in the magazine would you if you thought, gee, I would like to see and buy some of that fabric, where in the magazine would you find it? Okay, everybody else, quick, get it before Maddie.
I think 12 and 13.
I don't know if that's right. Ah!
You're off by 1.
Woo! Maddie does not get the point.
Well,
so
you can take
the
it off.
point.
14 and 15.
Let's see. I don't know. Anybody else? Well, we should check to see. We should. Okay, next time we're going to have a whiteboard, and we're going to do audience, Maddie, Wendy, Colleen, and we're going to see who gets the most points over the course of the night. Okay, so yes, on page 15 is a snapshot of all of the different fabrics that are included in our line. So most of our stores carry the fabric, but they might not all carry the whole line, or it might be out by the time you get to that store. So this is a great place to go and look and say, I like that fabric. Where am I going to find it?
And I'll also throw in there that we've been designing that fabric for over a year, right? I mean, designing. It was designed over a year ago is when we started the process.
Right. Fun fact about fabric design, if you're not familiar. So we gather ideas and feedback. And by the way, you are welcome to email us, put it out on Facebook group. At the end of each of our events, we send out a customer survey. If you have ideas or things you'd like to see in the fabric design, we start the design process 15 to 16 months before kickoff. So we've already worked on, and we've got a lot done for the Texas fabric for 2026. So usually, we start the process, we gather feedback, and then we coordinate with the fabric designer that works with QT, for instance, in Texas. And then it takes some back and forth, because most 99% of the fabric that we buy today is printed overseas. And so they have to send the designs to the mill. The mill does a test print, and often the designer will go back and forth several times to get the colors exactly right. And once it's just, okay, this is the final design, then we send it out to our stores and our designers to come up with the beautiful projects that we feature. And the stores can begin designing projects that they feature in the stores. Then it takes 3 to 4 months on the water. It sits in a ship and floats to the United States to get to the warehouses, and then it ships to the store. So it's a long process to design and make fabric. Just in case you all want to get into the fabric designing process. There you go. There's a little feedback. What was the question, Maddie?
I don't know, but I think it's time for another question. And okay. I'm going to set another timer. So for our hoppers who are joining us, keep commenting. Lots of people are saying that the fabric is beautiful. We're really excited about the fabric line this year. So Colleen, Wendy, where could I find special hours for stores?
Okay, Wendy, you're going to have to study up and jump in first. It's like a buzzer, or you're not going to have any points on the whiteboard. I'm just saying.
Well, last event or live tonight, you had a question and then I had a question. Okay, so I didn't know it was for both of us, and it's a race.
We can do that. But if you all in Texas find the region page. Now, I know this is weird because it's backwards, but every one of our regions has a 2-page spread where you can see a map that tells you where the stores are visually located, though we know you probably put the address into a GPS. And then this is a list of the stores, their contact information, their name, their phone number, and it has 2 sets of hours. One is their regular hours, because many of you will use this magazine year round as a directory of the best stores in Texas. So those will always be there. So throughout the year what hours they are generally open. But for the Shop Hop, our stores will sometimes open additional hours, maybe additional days where they're open just for the 2 months of the Shop Hop. So that's the benefit of getting one of our magazines, because it's the only place you can find those special hours. And
No,
boom. Okay.
So I saw Marissa. I'm going to
Monroe.
No, come on, Maddie, say it.
Marissa, I don't want to butcher it. Hinosa?
Yeah. Okay. You guys got to know, we laugh at Maddie all the time because she doesn't know how to pronounce things. Where's that famous city in Kentucky that has the big quilt show, Maddie?
Paducah.
I know. But what did you say the first couple of times?
I called it Paducah every single time I said it.
She didn't. But anyway.
Marissa is going to get a magazine.
Oh, are we giving a magazine?
We're giving another magazine away.
All right, to Marissa.
Tell us about the reason, so.
So, Maddie, will you post up on the bot? Oh, you took it down. Right there.
My email.
Boom. Did you see how I did that? And it popped right up.
Abracadabra.
I got to learn that.
Okay. All right. Give Wendy a question.
Okay. There are 9 of these in the All Texas Shop Hop magazine. What are they?
Oh, no. That's good. Yeah, that's correct.
No, they're patterns.
Oh, well, isn't that ironic? There are also 9 regions.
Oh.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maddie, you are wrong.
But how many downloads are there?
Well, there are 6 patterns in the magazine.
But there's 9 total.
Right, there are. Okay, so you were right. You were wrong, but we're correcting you, Maddie. You do not get the point. In fact, I think she gets a -1. So there are 5 patterns that the actual pattern is printed in the magazine. But on page 114 are what we call bonus patterns. And they are ones that you can go to the All Texas Shop Hop website and download. And they're really cool. So and those are available all year to anybody. If there are, I don't know off the top of my head, but if there are any patterns in the magazine that refer to templates that you will need to complete those too will be available on the website. Now, if you're over ambitious and you're like, I'm going to Google that right now, pause. I just talked to our pattern editor. She, I think, did the last review on all but one of those magazines. And then it has to go to our magazine designer and then back to the editor. So long story short, all of the downloads and templates and everything should be there hopefully by the end of this week, maybe next. So be patient with those.
Okay, so now I want to give the hoppers a little quiz. So hoppers, I've set a timer. You guys go ahead and name our industry sponsors that you can find in the magazine. And while they're doing that, Colleen, I think that we should talk about why the magazines are there in the first place, what they're important for.
Okay. So, I'll take that.
That's a lot.
Do you want me to take that one?
You got it.
Well, the biggest thing is that when our stores sell them, they keep all the revenue associated with it. So it helps them be able to participate in the event because it helps them recoup their upfront marketing investment. The second reason, which also may be quite as important, is that we know you all use these as a directory for the best stores across Texas. And this gets traffic in our stores all year round because we know some of you live out of state and maybe you're not available in March and April of 2025 to come to the stores and visit. Maybe you have moms or sisters or friends that live in Texas and you're not coming in March and April for the hop, but you're going to come on down in Texas or in June, and Lord knows why, because it's a bazillion degrees. Or maybe, I don't know, December. But anyway, you can use this magazine as a directory. You can do your little mini hop, off season. So I think that's another super important reason. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? Those two.
Those are the big ones.
Okay. Maddie, next question.
Oh,
All right. Now, do they?
Vicky Breeden.
Vicky.
Here, CK.
Oh, there it is. Vicky Breeden. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Look, they were doing their research and they found.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, all of our industry sponsors. We're going to be talking about our sponsors throughout these Talk Tuesday lives, and we'll be highlighting, what they all do. But for this week, we're talking about Jaftex and QT Fabrics, which are our event sponsor and our fabric sponsor.
If you guys think, oh, sorry. Okay, you go first.
Do we want to tell Vicky?
What did Vicky win?
Vicky, there's 3 bottles in here. And forgive the label that's partially missing. When we shipped them from Texas to Cedar Rapids, a couple of the bottles opened, so some of the labels got a little squishy. But there's 3 different scents of Best Press in here.
Yeah, kind of a sample. Those are great for travel. Like if you're going to a retreat and you don't want to,
Haul a gallon.
Big. Yeah. Don't they call them jewel packs?
Yes.
Yeah, they're little jewel
And you
packs.
can find them all on Mary Ellen Products website. They'll have the complete set of Best Press gems, but we're thankful that they give us those prizes so that you guys can win Facebook prizes for these.
Okay, so I was just going to add quick. I bet most of these found the sponsors at the end of the magazine. Here's a list of all the sponsors that do lots of things for the hop. And I know we're going to talk about these throughout the next couple of weeks, Maddie, but if you get a minute, please thank them, buy something from them, because when they support our stores benefit and we all benefit because they're going to be around a lot longer. So,
And how are they going to know that you bought something? Take a picture with it and post it on the Facebook
there
page.
you go. That's a good idea. Cool. Okay. Next question for
quiz. No, I'm quizzing both of you. Whoever answers first. Okay. If I was going to go to a retreat center, what page would I go to?
Okay. Do I have to say the page number or what it is?
Yes, the page number.
56.
I can't get to my TOC fast enough.
There.
Okay, Wendy. Well, you think you're so cool in finding it. In 10 words, tell us what that is.
Where you can find, long armors, retreat centers, quilt guilds,
One word.
and events. Sorry, I had help. I'll give her half
And
of my
sometimes other services like a scissor sharpener.
Yes, like scissor sharpeners.
Yeah, so that is a great resource. If you're like, I need a quilted and your long armor is full, or you don't have a long armor and you want to try some out, that is an awesome resource. And you can also access it on the All Texas website because it's the same information there. So good to know. Okay, Maddie, next question.
What's in the centerfold of the magazine?
George Clooney.
He looks
Negative.
good in yellow.
Who do you
Negative
guys think
point.
would be a great quilting centerfold to put, in the centerfold of the magazine?
A big, beautiful long arm quilt or long arm machine.
Well, I'm thinking of a person. I'm thinking of a human that might be eye candy, in here. So anyway, think about it. Tell us what you guys think. Okay. What is the passport, Maddie? Or whatever your name is? Wendy?
Yep.
I got
You know,
Alzheimer's.
what's her name? I hear her say on the phone. So the passport is where you will go to the stores and they will put their sticker in the appropriate place. And then when the event is over, or when you've finished the shops that you're going to visit, you're going to send it to me. And me and my people will let our fingers do the walking and put them in our system. That's how you're going to get your prizes.
10 points for Wendy.
Don't I get points for being funny in the background? Okay. Do I get a question, Maddie?
Well, let's see. Where would you go in the magazine to find an insider tip or two?
Oh. Well, there is an article, and if I consult the TOC, and anybody who can tell us what the TOC means gets a point, which you can use to travel to Texas or maybe to Iowa if you save them up. And I say that because when I first started working with our magazine designer, she would send me emails about the TOC. And I finally had to give in and say, what is a TOC? Anyway, so there is an area in the TOC called articles. And on page 40 this year is an insider's tips for shop hoppers. So just in case you've never shop hopped or you're new to the All Texas Shop Hop, there's some really good tips, tricks, advice that can come in useful. So while you're waiting and planning and getting ready for this year's hop, take a moment, go through that and make some notes. Okay, Wendy's question.
Okay, so I think we've got one question left that we're going to leave with the hoppers. I'm going to set a timer. We're going to give away another prize. Do we have another prize to give away?
Yeah.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm setting a timer. I would like our hoppers to let us know what region or what Sundays are their region's Shop Hop Sundays. So list off the Shop Hop Sundays that are in the magazine and where you can find them. And while we're doing that, Colleen, do you want to
wait a minute, can I talk about the Shop Hop Sundays, or is that what you were going to say?
Well, I think we should talk about them. Go ahead. You can tell them about them.
So you guys answer. So Shop Hop Sundays, you know that many of our stores are not open on Sundays. We don't require our stores to have any set certain number of hours because you know what? We're a marketing company. We don't want to run a quilting store, and we do not feel right telling our stores how to run their business. So what we do is encourage them to consider being open one Sunday of each month. So 2 Sundays, and then all of the stores in a region that are able to be open on those Sundays are there. So you can pick that region for a long weekend. Many of our hoppers will say, okay, the Northwest region is going to be open this Sunday. Then you might take a long weekend, do a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday hop where you can get a lot of stores in that region open because some of them, or sometimes most of them, are open on Sundays. Okay, so while we're waiting for the timer to go off on that, Maddie, what is next on our agenda?
Well, next, I think we've got 2 things left with the magazine. Number 1, we've got to tell everybody, sometimes we do make errors. Occasionally, we are human. So if there's any updates or anything that you need to know about the website or about the magazine, you'll find that on our website. So,
and the other part that you'll find on there, Maddie, is sometimes our stores will update or change their hours.
yes.
And so those could be like if they say, hey, I'm changing my regular hours ongoing. So you could find those on there as well. Oh, perfect timing. Okay.
I see
who's
Amy
our
Lovejoy.
winner?
Who?
Amy Lovejoy.
Okay.
All right. And Amy notes that she also checks the updates as sometimes the Sundays might be off. If the store, another thing to do during the hop is we always encourage everybody to always go and check the website stores page, because if our stores have some emergency that comes up where they can't be open, we will post it there. So you know you might have an alternative way to get that sticker and giveaway. Okay, what did Amy?
All right, Amy. Another one of our sponsors, our good friend Yazzie, and I will be sending you this 2-piece pouch set in purple.
I just
They're
saw
cute.
you.
And you can put lots of cool things in there, not just sewing related, but it has a little clear cover so you can see what's in it. And if you won tonight,
Make sure you email Wendy.
yeah.
The
way
only
down.
rule with the Yazzie bags that we do need to make sure everyone knows is that you can't put any fishing lures in them. So you can use
Oh,
it for
yeah.
anything you want.
That's against
not
That's a
good.
hard rule.
Yeah, that's hard.
Okay, so now I think that we should talk about what's behind you guys.
Oh my gosh. So each week we will be featuring one of the beautiful projects that are going to be featured for the All Texas Shop Hop. So whether the pattern itself is printed in the magazine or you can go and find it on our website, boom. Okay, so Maddie, who made this beautiful project?
So
Actually,
we've
let's
got-
move it over.
Okay.
We can slide
Stars
it
Over Texas.
What did you say, Maddie?
I said that pattern is called Stars Over Texas. And
Appropriately.
bonus points for any hoppers that can find the page number or can tell us if this is a download or in magazine pattern. Put it in the comments.
Let's lift it
So
up.
this was designed by Katrina Cood with Charmin Sewing Center. They're a store on our hop.
In shirts, Maddie. Do you know how to say that
No,
word?
that's the different. That's the next.
Oh,
one.
that's the
the
other
other
one.
one.
Okay.
Yes.
And the quilter for this one is Emily Powers. So
Okay.
I think this
So
is
while
beautiful.
we've got this up, can I point out a few things?
Yes.
So Emily has taken the panel and sort of fussy cut it. And then you'll see all of these, the little vignettes. Is that what you call them? They look like little Polaroid photos of different things, icons, places that you can find in Texas. And then she's cut that off of the panel because it comes as part of the panel, which is really cute. So you have all the places that sort of represent Texas and then this awesome pattern, which, you know what? You could do that with any fabric that we do. Oh, look, she's also fussy cut one of the fabrics to put the cool things in the middle of it. I don't know. I just noticed that. Okay, next.
Okay. Next, we have Yellow Rose Bucket List. And we've had a lot of hoppers tell us that you can find Stars Over Texas in page 64 and 65 in the magazine. But the next one is Yellow Rose Bucket List. This was designed by Jennifer McWirt with Stitched in Shirts, which is a participating store on the All Texas Shop Hop. And that is beautiful. It is just a great example of how two patterns from the same fabric line can look so different.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And we can show them. She did
Oh.
put the panel of Texas on the back.
Yeah, so that's a great option for y'all, that if you like the panel and you're like, I want to use it, but I don't really have a pattern with the panel, which you do because you got the magazine. But anyway, a lot of our quilters will do that. And I might just throw in here, we'll probably talk about this in one of the upcoming weeks, but you can do the collectible quilt squares that you get at every store. They'll fit in the center of her pattern. And then some people will also purchase the state square and put it on the back for like a label. And you can write on it, what year and that kind of stuff. So that's fun. I like this pattern. It's very versatile. I think you can, do apply this to a lot of different fabrics. It's so funny. If you guys don't take photos of your quilts, they are so different when you look at them with the human eye versus a camera. And I mean, whenever I do a quilt, especially if it has a pattern, I take a photo of it and look at the camera because you will see things that you don't see when you're just looking at it, especially if it has a pattern and you want to make sure you got all the directions in the right order. But you guys probably know that. All right, Matt.
Last year, I got to travel to Texas to do some deliveries, and I went to Stitched in Shirts. Sorry, stumbling there. So when you go, say hello to Joy, and her name fits her.
Oh,
She is one of the happiest people ever.
I love happy people.
And speaking of happy people, I would just like to say that all of our designers have a little bio about them in the magazine. So everyone who took the time to design a quilt has a little bit of information in there. So take a look at that.
And our designers volunteer to do our patterns. Some of them are stores, some of them are professional designers, some are just getting into the design industry. And so we appreciate everything they do because they're another example of somebody who is in the quilting industry who's supporting our stores to keep them around. So we want to do a shout out for that. Okay, what else do we need to talk about, Maddie?
Okay, we got two more things. Number one, we got to talk about, well, actually three more things. Number one, we got to talk about our new program. Then we got to talk about our other new program. And then we need to talk about what our question challenge of the week is. So,
okay. So do we pick which program we want to talk about first?
Yes, you guys can pick over there.
It's an exercise program because my back is getting, oh, sorry, that's not true. Though I probably need an exercise program. Okay, so this year, last year, if you hopped or you read about the hopping, you might remember that we had these flat people traveling around Texas. Flat Colleen, Wendy, and Jen. Well, they've been retired and replaced with a new fun, we call this a customer engagement prize opportunity. So these are our hoppers on the shelf. They come in a variety of different colors. Ours are bedazzled and embellished very cutely, if that's a word. And I mean, get yours up there, Wendy.
Oh, and I love, she's got,
yeah. Oh, she's got chainmail on her skirt.
yeah.
Anyway,
And this one.
look at that back. Woo! So, I'm just looking at them. They're so cute. So each one of our stores will have one of these. And every day throughout the day, they're going to hide them on their shelf. Hopefully they hide them where it's a little bit of a challenge for you to find them, but you still can find them. If you find one, you will take it up to register. And there's a little instruction thing on it. You're going to take it up to the register and they'll have a QR code that you can quickly scan, enter your name and email in it. And then that puts you into a drawing. And every week we're going to draw several winners from all the people who were able to find hoppers on the shelves. So it's just a fun way for you to get involved in interacting with the staff in a store and get you in there so that you're looking for things. And maybe you'll find something that you didn't know you needed, which we all know happens in quilt stores. So I was going to say something else about these, but now I can't remember.
The QR code, if you're not good with QR codes, Colleen is newly.
You can call Colleen and she'll help you with all your QR code needs.
You can, because I got to tell you, I fought it for a long time. And that sassy little girl down in the corner of your screen finally taught me how to do it. And I begrudgingly learned. And if I can do it, you can do it. But you can call her. Her number is 555. Or most of the time, your stores are going to be able to help you do it. It's super easy, though. Okay. So that's the new program. Now, what's the other program? Wendy?
Hop to the high seas.
I feel like that's backwards, but I'm glad you told
me. If I
them
do
what
it this way, there's nothing to.
So, what is the cruise sweepstakes today?
Which also has a QR code on it.
Oh, and wait, look,
I put it up there.
Oh, look, it's right there on the screen, the QR code.
Oh,
do you see it? Yeah.
I can't get my there, right there.
Okay, tell them what the cruise sweepstakes is. Can you do it? Can you explain it?
Oh, yeah. So we have regions in each event. If someone wants to be an overachiever and do not just part of one event, but another, if someone finishes a region in 2 events, they get a drawing into this. If they want to visit another event or another, and right now for 2025, we've got 16 events. So if someone finished a region in all 16 events, they would have 15 prize entries for this cruise. And we are giving away.
That's an overachiever.
Yeah.
And we know, I mean, maybe there's going to be somebody out there who does that, but
we're giving away 2 cruises, and those 2 people get to pick
A friend.
a friend, a spouse, a quiltsy to go with them.
Or
The
us.
program
We could go
is
too if you want
sponsored.
us to.
Sorry, Maddie. Oh,
You can
we
take
can't-
us.
I don't think they can.
But if a winner chooses us, then we take it. Then we didn't win it.
But I believe that the principal of the company should go on the cruise to support those winners. But we'll talk about that later. I was going to say, we should also mention that this cruise promotion sweepstakes is sponsored by Shop Hop Inc. and Stitched in Heaven at Equipment, Texas, who organizes many, many quilting cruises throughout the year. So we're super appreciative of them. And we hope it just gives you guys a little incentive to branch out to maybe 1, 2, or 3 of our events. And we'll be talking about that all year. And if you want the details, you can scan that QR code that Maddie put on the screen.
Or you can head over to our Shop Hop Inc. website, and there'll be information about everything you need to know about the Shop Hop. Okay, so to close it out tonight, we are going to be changing up how we're doing our questions of the week in between our Talk Tuesday lives. So on each of our Talk Tuesday lives, we're going to unveil the question of the week. I will post it in the Facebook group after this, and you guys will be able to comment all of your answers. And then next week, we'll unveil the winner, and we will talk about the question for the upcoming week. So this week, we want to know what are some of the fun projects that you've brainstormed to make with the 2025 All Texas Shop Hop fabric, and who would you give one of your projects to that you love very much? Besides the Shop Hop Inc. team, who would you give your projects to?
I want to know, as a quilter, if you've been gifted a quilt. Because I haven't been gifted a quilt yet. Because I think most people think if you're a quilter, then you don't want one. But just so everybody knows, I would want one because it just means that that person took the time, thought about me, took the time, lots of time, excess time, which we all know happens. But anyway, I think that should be in my book, my quilting book that I'm going to write. We're going to do a little page on that. So, okay,
Well,
Maddie, is that it for the evening?
Yes, we did have a few questions that came in about the Shop Hops and the events that we're in. So in 2025, we will be hosting 16 Shop Hops in 30 states. And in 2026, we're adding on 2 new hops, an Arizona, New Mexico hop and a Wisconsin hop. But for all of that information, you can head over to the Shop Hop Inc. website. We have all of our events listed, all of the months that they're happening in 2025. So get your calendar out, take some time off work, travel across the country with your quiltsy. Join us next week. We're going to talk about the passport, some rules, the website, the resource page, and more. But until then, have a good week, and we'll see you soon.
Stay active.